I'm about to give you something that will change the way you see success forever. This isn't some motivational fluff. This is real, raw, relentless. If you're tired of being average, of hearing the same old nonsense about dream big, believe in yourself, and take it slow, you're in the right place. I've spent over 100 years, figuratively, studying success. I've watched the winners, the legends, and the people who are unstoppable. I've seen how they think, how they move, how they win. I'm here to share the one thing that separates the winners from the wannabes. It's not about luck, it's about something you can control. And today, you'll walk out of this with the tools to break through. No more excuses, no more delays. This is about transforming your reality. And if you don't like where you are, then get ready, because we're about to break the chains, raise the bar, and build a fortune that is going to be impossible to ignore. This is about making you the example. Let's dive in. Standards over goals. You hear it everywhere. Set goals, chase your dreams, write it down, visualize it. And yeah, goals matter, but they are not what changes your life. Standards do. Goals are wishes. Standards are demands. Goals live in your head. Standards live in your bloodstream. When you raise your standards, you redefine what's acceptable for you. You tear down the walls of mediocrity you've been living behind. Average people write goals every January and forget them by February. Winners set standards so high that falling short is not even an option. It's life or death. It's personal pride. It's identity. You don't get your goals in life, you get your standards. You get what you must have, not what you'd like to have. There's a difference between saying, I want to be fit, and saying, I'm the kind of person who trains like a savage every day no matter what. One is a hope, the other is a way of life. You want fortune, you want freedom, then you better look at your standards right now. What do you tolerate? In yourself, in your relationship, in your work, your money, because what you tolerate, you encourage. If you accept being broke, being tired, being overweight, being stuck, guess what? That's your true standard. That's your real identity, not the fantasy you tell yourself when you feel motivated. Raise your standards and the world has no choice but to react. When you decide you will no longer tolerate anything less than excellence, you will find a way. You will get creative. You will get resourceful. You will crawl through glass if you have to. Standards create pressure, and pressure creates diamonds. Stop setting small goals. Set ferocious standards. Stop aiming for better. Start demanding best. Stop waiting for the perfect time to feel motivated. Standards aren't dependent on how you feel today. Standards are bigger than your emotions. They are the blueprint your future is built on. You think it's about motivation. It's not. It's about identity. It's about refusing to accept anything less than what you know deep down you're capable of. It's about burning the old script and writing a new one so fierce that the universe itself has to step aside and make room for you. Average people negotiate with their standards. Winners enforce them. Average people make excuses. Winners make demands. Average people lower the bar when it feels hard. Winners raise the bar because it feels hard. If your standards don't scare you a little, they're too damn low. Your relationships, your bank account, your body, your business, they are all a reflection of your current standards. Want more? Then become more. Accept less from yourself and watch your world shrink. Demand more from yourself and watch it explode. You don't have to scream it from rooftops. You don't have to post it on social media. Your standards are silent. They are private contracts with yourself. Nobody needs to see them, but everybody will feel the results. Change your standards and you change your life instantly. Not someday, not maybe, not if the market's good or if people support you. Immediately, standards over goals. Every damn time. Pain fuels change. People think change happens because they read a book or they got inspired at a seminar or they listen to a podcast that fire them up. Wrong. Those are sparks. Sparks don't burn down forests. Pain does. Real, lasting, permanent change comes from pain, from getting brutally honest about where you are, from ripping the bandage off and staring at the wound until you can't take it anymore. Comfort is the enemy. Comfort is the sedative. Comfort is the hand that holds you down and tells you it's okay to stay small. If you don't find the pain will find you. Average people avoid pain like the plague. They run from it. They numb it. They distract themselves with social media, with Netflix, with food, with gossip, with excuses. anything but facing the raw truth of their situation. Winners run straight into the pain. They grab it by the throat, they use it. You must link massive, unbearable pain to staying where you are. You must look at your current situation and not just say it's okay for now, but feel in your gut, if I stay here, I will suffer, I will rot, I will betray everything inside me that knows I was meant for more. You have to make your current level of existence so painful that there is no choice but to ride. The mind moves toward pleasure and away from pain. If staying broke feels less painful than taking massive action, you will stay broke. If being out of shape feels less painful than training every day, you will stay out of shape. But when you shift the wiring, when the pain of mediocrity, the pain of regret, the pain of wasted potential becomes bigger than the pain of discipline, you will move, you will sprint. You don't need more strategy, you need more urgency. You don't need a new plan, you need new pain. You need to feel the crushing weight of what will happen if you don't change. Picture it, smell it, live in it for a minute. Because once you connect emotionally to the pain, your brain flips a switch. You won't have to push yourself anymore. You'll be pulled. Pain is not the enemy, pain is the key. Pain is the fuel. Pain is the thing that makes you relentless. Find the pain, feed on it, let it light the fire under your ass that nothing and no one can put out. If you want a fortune, if you want a destiny worth living for, then stop looking for inspiration and start hunting down the pain points that will force you to rise. When you link unbearable pain to staying small and irresistible pleasure to leveling up, your transformation is automatic. You won't have to convince yourself. You won't have to force yourself. It will happen because it has to happen. No choice, no debate, no delay. Action beats perfection. Perfection is the lie that keeps you broke, stuck, and invisible. Action is the truth that makes you unstoppable. Too many people are waiting to be ready, waiting for the perfect time, waiting until they feel confident, until they have the right resources, until they know exactly how it's all going to play out. Waiting has killed more dreams than failure ever will. If you want fortune, you move now, you move fast, you move messy. Massive imperfect action beats flawless hesitation every single time. Fortune rewards the doers, not the dreamers. Nobody cares about your plan if you're not moving on it. Nobody rewards the person who had a good idea but didn't execute. This world pays execution, it pays courage, it pays speed. The faster you move, the faster you learn. The faster you fail, the faster you adapt. The faster you adapt, the faster you dominate. It's simple math. You think successful people got there because they had the perfect blueprint? No, they threw themselves into the game. They got bloody, they got bruised, they learned, they adjusted, they kept swinging. Movement creates momentum. Momentum creates mastery. But if you sit there paralyzed by fear, obsessed with making the perfect move, you stay stuck forever. Perfection is procrastination dressed up in a fancy suit. Rip it off, get dirty, get moving. There's no such thing as the perfect time. The perfect time was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Launch the product before it's ready. Make the gym even if you stumble over your words. Hit the gym even if you don't know the perfect workout plan. Post the video even if it's not Hollywood level production. Take the shot even if your hands are shaking. Because every time you move, you shrink your fear. Every time you act, you grow your power. Your brain learns by doing, not by thinking. Action rewires you. It strengthens you. It turns uncertainty into confidence. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you earn through repeated, imperfect action. Stop lying to yourself. You're not waiting to be ready. You're hiding. And hiding costs you everything. The person who is willing to act without certainty will crush the person who waits for perfect clarity. Every single time. You will never feel ready for the big moves. You will never feel 100% confident before you start. That feeling comes after you leap, after you struggle, after you survive what you thought would break you. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to move despite fear. You don't eliminate fear, you outwork it. You don't think your way to confidence, you earn it by doing. Speed matters. Urgency matters. Energy matters. The market rewards velocity. While other people are thinking about it, you're already 5 steps ahead. While they're planning their perfect Instagram launch, you're already closing deals and building a real empire. Take the shot, miss, adjust, take the shot again, keep firing until the world can't ignore you anymore. Action over analysis, movement over perfection, execution over excuses. Done is better than perfect. Now is better than later. Courage is better than comfort. Get addicted to action. Get obsessed with momentum. Get so good at moving that hesitation feels unnatural. The world belongs to the movers, not the thinkers, not the planners, the movers. The people who are willing to get punched in the mouth, stand back up and punch back harder. The battlefield doesn't belong to the perfect. It belongs to the bold. Move now. Success leaves clues. You don't have to invent success. You don't have to guess your way through it. Success is a pattern. Success is a trail. Success leaves clues. There are people out there right now living the life you want. They are crushing it in the business you want. They have the body you want. They have the bank account you want. They figured it out and they left a map. Your job isn't to reinvent the map. Your job is to follow it faster, smarter, more aggressively than anyone else. Find someone who has already done what you want to do. Study them like your life depends on it. Break down how they think, break down how they move, how they operate under pressure, how they manage their time, how they build relationships, how they stay consistent. Model the mindset, model the habits, model the work ethic. Don't let pride lie to you. Pride says, I'll figure it out myself. Pride keeps you poor. Pride keeps you slow. Pride kills momentum. Find the best. Copy their psychology. Copy their discipline. Copy their hunger. You don't have to copy every tactic they use. Times change, platforms shift, but success mindsets, success disciplines, those never expire. Those are timeless. Winners don't just admire other winners. They dissect them. They study them like a science. Want to be world class? Then you need world-class role models. Want to be rich? Find the people who went from broke to rich and learn exactly how they thought differently. Want to be ripped? Find the people who started overweight and learn how they trained and ate and disciplined themselves through the grind. Model the behaviors that create the outcomes you want. Shortcut the game by collapsing decades into days. Why stumble through the dark when someone else already built the lighthouse? Find the best, watch everything, how they show up, how they prepare, how they recover from setbacks. Success isn't random. It's engineered. It's predictable if you model it properly. You don't need another 5 years of failure to figure it out yourself. You need humility. You need speed. You need obsession. Get in the rooms where the standards are higher than yours. Get around people who make you uncomfortable with how much further ahead they are. If you're always the smartest or strongest in the room, you're in the wrong damn room. Stretch yourself by chasing excellence. Success leaves fingerprints. Follow them. Study the patterns, execute the patterns. Outwork the patterns. Make your obsession not about feeling good, not about being motivated, but about mastery, about relentless learning, relentless copying, relentless upgrading. You want a different life? Then model a different standard. You want to build wealth? Then model the thinking of people who print money in their sleep. You want to dominate your industry? Then model the killers, the ones who didn't just play the game, they rewrote the rules. Mentors, books, interviews, courses, coaching, biographies, pay whatever you have to pay, go wherever you have to go, find the clues. The excuses are dead. The roadmap is there. Success is not hidden. It's hidden in plain sight. You just have to hunt it down like your life depends on it, because it does. Obsession is the price of greatness. If you're not obsessed with what you want, you'll never get it. You'll dabble, you'll try, you'll hope for it, but hope doesn't create empires, obsession does. If you want to be average, you can settle for effort. If you want to be elite, you need obsession. Obsession isn't optional, it's the fuel that turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. It's what separates the ones who talk about doing something from the ones who actually do it. The ones who wake up at 4 a.m. because they can't sleep, not because they have to. The ones who stay up late working even when they're exhausted because they can't stop thinking about the game. Obsession isn't a choice, it's a way of life. If you're not obsessed with what you're building, you'll allow distractions to take you off course. You'll get caught in the drama. You'll waste time on things that don't matter. But obsession doesn't let you waste a second. When you're obsessed, everything becomes clear. The noise disappears. The excuses melt away. There's only one thing that matters: the mission. Obsession will make you bulletproof. When you're obsessed with winning, nothing will stop you. People will try to throw you off course. They'll tell you to slow down. They'll tell you that you're too intense, too extreme, too much. But guess what? They don't understand obsession. They don't understand that obsession isn't a choice. It's a requirement. It's what drives you when nothing else can. It's what pushes you when you're already tired, already beaten, already broken. It's what makes you relentless. When you're obsessed, you will give up the things that don't matter. You'll stop wasting your time with people who drain you. You'll stop putting energy into distractions. Your obsession will make you ruthless about protecting your time, your energy, your focus. The average person doesn't understand this because they let everything and everyone in. They waste their time scrolling, gossiping, watching TV. They let their energy get siphoned by people who are stuck in the same mediocre life they are. Obsession is what makes you rise above the noise. It makes you look at all the obstacles in your path and laugh. The people who told you it's impossible, they just don't understand the power of obsession. The people who told you you'd never make it, they can't see what you see. When you're obsessed, you see a different world. You see an ocean of opportunities. You see a future that no one else believes in, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to make that future your reality. Obsession doesn't just push you forward, it makes you focus. The world is full of distractions, but obsession helps you see through the fog. It's not about juggling 10 projects at once. It's about going all in on one thing and giving it everything you've got. Obsession gives you clarity. It tells you where to put your energy, where to place your bets, where to focus every ounce of your attention. You don't get to be great by doing everything. You get to be great by doing one thing better than anyone else. Obsession makes that happen. Obsession is what gets you up in the morning. It's what makes you work when everyone else is sleeping. It's what makes you give 110%, even when you're already giving 100%. It's what makes you refuse to settle. Obsession is the secret weapon that the world doesn't talk about enough. It's the key to turning dreams into reality. It's the reason why some people wake up and simply win. It's because they're so obsessed with success, they won't let anything or anyone get in their way. Obsession makes you stronger. It toughens your skin. It prepares you for the grind. Most people quit when they hit a bump in the road. But when you're obsessed, bumps are just part of the journey. They don't stop you. They make you go harder. They make you smarter. They make you better. And don't tell me you're scared of being obsessed. Don't tell me you're worried about burning out. That's another lie. People who aren't obsessed burn out because they don't have a deep enough reason to keep going. They quit when it gets hard because they weren't really committed in the first place. But obsession pulls you through the hard times. Obsession makes you fight through the pain, the struggle, the exhaustion. It makes you find new ways to push through when you feel like you've hit a wall. Obsession is the only antidote to burnout. It gives you the energy to keep pushing no matter what. Obsession means you stop making excuses. You stop telling yourself, I'll try tomorrow. You stop saying, I'll start next week. Obsession forces you to act, to make moves, to take risks. You stop hesitating, you stop doubting, you stop procrastinating, because obsession doesn't give you room for that. When you're obsessed, you don't make excuses, you make progress. You want the fortune, you want the freedom, you want to dominate your game, you better be obsessed, because the world doesn't reward the I'll try crowd. It rewards the ones who can't not keep going. It rewards the ones who sacrifice everything for the mission, the ones who are obsessed with becoming the best and who will stop at nothing to get there. But here's the truth. Obsession will alienate you. People will think you're crazy. They'll tell you you're too extreme, too driven. They'll say you should take it easy and find balance. But balance doesn't build empires. Balance doesn't change the world. Obsession does. You've got to be willing to lose everything for what you want. You've got to be willing to sacrifice time, comfort, relationships, and stability for a shot at greatness. Obsession requires sacrifice. It requires you to make hard choices that the average person will never understand. But when you're standing at the top looking down at the world you've built, you'll know it was all worth it. Obsession isn't about obsession with the material. It's about obsession with excellence, obsession with being the best version of yourself, obsession with creating something that outlives you. It's the fire that pushes you to outwork everyone around you. It's what makes you train harder, think bigger, and aim higher than you ever thought possible. Don't apologize for your obsession. Own it, fuel it, let it drive you to the next level, let it make you unstoppable. Because the moment you lose your obsession is the moment you give up your chance at greatness. And greatness isn't optional. It's the only thing worth living for. Here's the truth, your life doesn't change because you watch a video. Your life changes when you take action. You now have the blueprint, the 5 steps that turn average into extraordinary. These are not theories. These are proven, hard-hitting truths that have shaped the lives of people who went from nothing to everything, from broke to billionaire, from obscurity to greatness. Standards over goals, pain fuels change, action beats perfection, success leaves clues, obsession wins. You implement these and you're unstoppable. But here's the catch. If you don't take these words and turn them into action, you'll stay where you are. No one's coming to save you. This is your fight. This is your journey. So don't just watch, don't just listen, do something. Make this moment count, because the world doesn't reward wishful thinking. The world rewards those who act, who demand more, and who make things happen. This is your time. You've got one shot at this life. Make it count. Remember, these 5 steps will take you from average to a fortune, but only if you commit to them. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is right now. You've just unlocked the keys to the life you've always dreamed of. If you're ready to break the chains of mediocrity and build something that lasts, it's time to put these steps into motion. But remember, it's not about hoping for success. It's about doing. It's about taking action like your life depends on it. And if you're ready to turn this knowledge into real power, subscribe to Tony Robbins' track. You've got everything you need. Now go make it happen. The only thing standing between you and your fortune, the action you take today.